The San Francisco 49ers are heating up the pre-draft circuit as the clock ticks toward the 2026 NFL Draft. We have exclusive news that the team just hosted Texas A&M wide receiver KC Concepcion for an official pre-draft visit. With the 49ers looking to bolster their receiving core after significant roster shifts, Concepcion has emerged as a top target who could bring elite yards-after-catch playmaking to the Bay Area.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
What is the master plan for the 49ers at pick number 27? ESPN analyst Ben Solak is weighing in on the team's strategy, suggesting a focus on either a dominant pass rusher or a shutdown safety to anchor the defense. While fans are buzzing about offensive tackle options, Solak argues that the team should prioritize the trenches over drafting a wide receiver in the first round. Big changes could be coming to your viewing experience for the Week 1 international clash between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Reports indicate that the NFL is close to a deal with YouTube to stream this massive showdown in Melbourne, Australia. If this deal goes through, it would make the game one of the most accessible broadcasts of the season for fans across the globe. Finally, the mystery of the season is solved as Mike Evans officially picks his new jersey number for the San Francisco 49ers. After 12 years in number 13, Evans is switching to number 5, a change confirmed by new retail listings. Along with Christian Kirk taking number 3 and Ricky Pearsall rocking number 1, the Niners are sporting a whole new look for the upcoming campaign. If you want to keep up with every move the 49ers make this offseason, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. Could the next YAC monster in San Francisco already be on the clock? The 49ers just played host to Texas A&M standout wide receiver KC Concepcion for a high-stakes pre-draft visit. And frankly, this move makes a ton of sense. With the team shuffling their roster and bidding farewell to key pieces like John Jennings and Kendrick Bourne, there is a gaping hole in the receiving core that needs filling, and fast. Concepcion isn't just another receiver. He is a Swiss Army knife on the field. Over 3 seasons between NC State and Texas A&M, he racked up over 2,200 receiving yards and found the end zone 25 times. But it is his versatility that really turns heads. We are talking about a guy who can carve up defenses in the passing game and then pivot to the backfield to rack up yards on the ground. When you look at the stats, the connection to Kyle Shanahan's scheme becomes painfully obvious. Concepcion has logged over 1,200 yards after the catch in his career. In a system that lives and dies by playmaking in space, adding a weapon with that kind of elusiveness is a match made in heaven. He even adds value on special teams, having taken 2 punts to the house last season alone. With the draft just days away, the Niners are doing their due diligence, and bringing in a playmaker who thrives with the ball in his hands suggests they are looking for an immediate impact. If you want to stay ahead of all the draft rumors, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our final tracker updates. At the end of the day, championships are won by the teams that find hidden gems who can turn a 5-yard slant into a 50-yard touchdown. Is KC Concepcion that piece of the puzzle? What does a championship-caliber team do when the roster starts to thin out right before the draft? For the San Francisco 49ers, the answer is a balancing act of 6 picks and a whole lot of questions. As we stare down the number 27 overall pick, the rumor mill is spinning, but ESPN's Ben Solak has a clear vision. Don't overthink it, just build the foundation. Last year, the Niners went all in on defense, and honestly, it was the right call. Solak argues they should stick to that blueprint. We are talking about finding a twitchy, elite pass rusher to complement those big-bodied edge guys they already have, or locking down the safety room where durability and contracts are becoming real concerns. If you're looking at names, keep your eyes on Malachi Lawrence or Cassius Howell at 27, though keep an eye on how Raheem Morris wants to deploy his pieces. Versatility is the name of the game in modern defense. But let's talk about the trenches, because this is where the draft gets interesting. Everyone loves a flashy receiver, but Salek is preaching the gospel of meat and potatoes football. Why chase a wideout early when you can secure the line? With a deep class of offensive tackles and guards, the Niners could easily solidify that left side, especially with Trent Williams' status always lingering in the background. Speaking of receivers, the room has been completely overhauled. With heavy hitters like Ayuk gone and veterans like Mike Evans stepping in, the urgency to burn a first-rounder on a pass catcher just isn't there. The goal? Find a middle-round gem. They've tried before with guys like Danny Gray, but it's time to finally strike gold. A prospect like Chris Bell could be exactly what this offense needs to add some punch without the first-round price tag. So what's the move? Do they lean into the defense again, or do they fortify the offensive line to keep their championship window wide open? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more draft deep dives. Ultimately, the draft isn't about picking the biggest names, it's about picking the right ones to keep the trophy case full. Are you trusting the process, or is it time for a shake-up? Imagine waking up for the NFL season opener, but instead of the usual living room setup, the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams are facing off all the way down under in Melbourne, Australia. If you are already stressing about how to catch this cross-continental showdown, I have some potentially game-changing news for you. It sounds like the NFL and YouTube are on the verge of a major deal. According to reports from Front Office Sports, both sides have reached a consensus on a special 5-game package of standalone matchups, and all signs point to this high-stakes 49ers, Rams clash being the crown jewel of that lineup. Why does this matter? Well, think back to last season when the league dropped the Chiefs and Chargers game in Brazil for free on YouTube. If that blueprint holds, we are talking about massive, frictionless accessibility. In an era where sports media feels like a fragmented maze of subscriptions, being able to pull up the game on your smart TV, your phone, or your laptop without jumping through hoops is a huge win for the fans. Along with this potential Australia spectacle, this package is rumored to include the Black Friday game and a Christmas Eve thriller, which really cements YouTube as a serious player in the broadcast space. It is a bold move to put such a high-profile game on a platform that is already in almost every pocket and living room on the planet. I want to hear your take. Is this the future of how we should watch our favorite teams, or do you prefer the traditional broadcast feel? Smash that like button if you are ready for football season, and subscribe so you don't miss any updates on how to watch your Niners this year. After all, football is meant to be global, and this could be the start of a whole new era for international NFL coverage. We've seen some massive roster shakeups this offseason, but nothing has felt quite as surreal as seeing Mike Evans in a San Francisco 49ers uniform. After spending 12 legendary seasons in Tampa Bay rocking the number 13, Evans has hit a bit of a snag in the Bay Area, thanks to a guy named Brock Purdy. Since the Niners' QB1 isn't giving up that iconic number, Evans has had to pivot. And if a recent leak from Fanatics is to be believed, we finally have our answer. Mike Evans is going with number 5. Seeing a future Hall of Famer trade in the number he's worn since his days at Texas A, and M is going to be jarring for fans everywhere, but maybe that's exactly the fresh start he needs. Let's be real, 2025 was a brutal year for Evans. Injuries cut his season down to just 8 games, snapping his legendary 11-year streak of 1,000-yard campaigns. At 32, people are whispering about Father Time catching up, but I think that's premature. This isn't just a jersey change, it's a total reset. Plugging a veteran weapon like Evans into Kyle Shanahan's offensive scheme is a nightmare for opposing defensive coordinators. It's a matchup of pure pedigree and tactical genius, and he isn't the only one getting a wardrobe update. Christian Kirk is set to take number 3, which means the Niners' starting wideout trio, Evans, Kirk, and Ricky Pearsall, will all be repping single digits this year. It's a clean, new look for an explosive offense. While it might take a minute to get used to seeing Evans above a number 5, let's remember this is a callback to his high school roots. He's closing the book on the Tampa era and turning the page to a chapter that could define his legacy in the twilight of his career. What do you think? Can a new number and a new system bring the vintage Mike Evans back to the top of the league? Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Hit that like button if you're ready for the season to start, and make sure you're subscribed for all the latest NFL updates. Sometimes, you have to strip away the old to uncover something even greater.